Thank you, Oliver, Jessica, and Chris for those wonderful presentations. We appreciate having all of our sponsors here. Trust me, as a conference organizer, it's really difficult to not have them here. So, our next presenter will be our keynote speaker, Mariatta. So Mariatta is, there's no one word to describe Mariatta, but Mariatta is amazing. I have known Mariatta for several years. I remember first encountering Mariatta at PyCon in Cleveland, watching some of Mariatta's talks at PyCon US. She is a CPython core developer, and I'm going to probably overly embarrass her a little bit by bragging upon her a little bit. But for those of you that don't know, Mariatta was the first female CPython core developer. Yeah? Mariatta was personally mentored by Guido van Rossum, which is the founder of Python, for those of you that do not know. And she's just been an inspiration to the entire Python community. She was the author of PEP 5A1, which is what helped us move Python's issue tracker into GitHub, which may not seem like a big thing, but trust me, it was a big deal. Getting it to where it made contributing to Python so much more influential or easier to do. She hosts podcasts, she speaks out at many different groups, she's organized so many conferences. She helped found PyCascades, she was the conference chair at for PyCon US these past few years. She's helped found and chairs PyLadiesCon. Mariatta is just an amazing person. It's an honor to invite her to be our opening keynote at PyTexas, and I want to welcome her to a stage and just welcome one of my dear friends, Mariatta.
Good morning, everybody. It's such an honor to be here. You may be wondering, like, why is this keynote speaker have a typo in their slide? Like, why is it not capitalized? And I'm so aware of what's going on these days. And some topics has become, like a dirty word, become more sensitive. So I don't want to put a lot of attention on myself. So I decided not to put it on the first slide. So maybe just on the next slide. So this is what I want to talk about, DI. And it's one of the things people have reducing DI efforts, people don't want to talk about it, it's just becoming more sensitive. So, okay, maybe instead of DI, let's just talk about sense of belonging. It's not DI. And a lot of people would be dismissive, saying like, it's irrelevant, you only need technical skills, that's the only thing that matters. Says people who never experience being a minority. So let me just say what exactly it means to be a minority. You will be more likely to experience microaggression, harassment, discrimination, racism. As a minority, you don't always understand the same jokes that other people around you are making. You don't always get the same, inside jokes, cultural references. And it's the same way the other way. The people around you don't always understand your culture. I once worked with a coworker a long time ago. Somehow, to him, the idea of steamed buns is so offensive. And this is a very common, normal food in Asia. We eat it for breakfast, lunch. It's this white, soft dough filled sometimes with sweet, sometimes with meat. We brought it for lunch. Two Asian lady just eating our own lunch. And this coworker somehow, he would make faces like, oh, yuck. Because in his mind, the only right bun is baked buns, crispy with nice aroma. And we were just two Asian lady in a tech company, just wanted to eat lunch. We're not even offering him or asking him to eat this. So all we could do is just stop bringing this lunch to work, just so we don't provoke him. And no one else stood up for us. We And we didn't know. We just want to work as a programmer. I didn't want to cause trouble. We don't know who else we can ask for support. Like even if we report it to other people, are they just gonna be, are they gonna be sympathetic, or they're just gonna be the same? Like, oh, they're just a joke. I don't get this kind of joke. And like things like this just happens. It's little things, but over the time, you just can't help but starting to feel like you can't really trust. You can't trust your coworkers. You just feel like you're alone. It creates division and tension. And you also feel like maybe they don't really trust you. And how can you advance in your career when you're not being trusted with important things? Like how can you advance if you can't trust the people who you work with? Being a minority means that you're always questioning whether you're in the team because you're really awesome, because you deserve it, because of your skills, or are you just being used as an accessory, like earrings, something people wear to make them look good. Like, am I there just to make someone else look good? Being the first minority in a group, it's not a status symbol. It's not the goal. It's not the end. If anything, it's the beginning of having to endure all of that I've just described. The sense of belonging in tech is very important to me. It's something I've been passionate for a long time, longer than anything else since I was a teenager. I've done programming before I moved to Canada. I've been in Canada for 25 years. I've been passionate about tech longer than that. I've known my husband for 25 years. He's a big part of the community and of me, and tech is something that's been part of me for a long time. It's really important. And in the beginning, I didn't care. I too told myself, if I'm good, if I'm passionate, that's all it matters. But I just started to feel like stuck, like feeling that maybe this is wrong. Something that I felt a part of me, a part of my life felt wrong. Maybe I do not belong. Maybe I'm not meant. And really, it really wasn't until I came to PyCon US in Montreal that for the first time, I really feel I belong here because I found a community. I found people I can relate to. I found so many women speakers, keynote speakers. I found a group who who really understand my challenges instead of being dismissive. Like I could be just myself. So at PyCon US, I went to PyLadies luncheon. It's just so inspiring. It's a room full of women Python developers. It's really inspiring just to be there, and ever since then, I never miss this event. When I travel around the world, I try to find other PyLadies communities. So this is a picture of, I'm just trying to describe here. There are 3 pictures in the slides. The first one is in Salt Lake City, a group full of women. The second one is in Manaus, Brazil, also a group full of women in a Python conference. And the third one is in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, a large group of women. Some are wearing hijab. all Python developers. So, Python community, we are good about this. We care about diversity and inclusion. Like we have code of conduct, we have travel grants, for the underrepresented group communities. So we are inclusive. We don't have problems. We're good. So why is it that in the Python core team, there is a gap of 3 years and 23 men between the last 2 women who joined the team? In the span of 3 years, 23 men gained this new privilege as a Python core developer. This is a role that comes with a lot of privileges. Like it gives you respect. So in 3 years, 23 men, all totally deserving, very skillful. I even promoted a couple of them. But why does it take this long for a woman to catch up? Women are not interested? Are there no women Python developers? In the Python podcast scenes, I did some research a while back, maybe a couple years ago. Started feeling like, feels like I'm listening to Python podcasts, but how come I rarely hear women on the show? So I did some web scraping, wrote some Python script, checked various popular Python podcasts, and turns out, according to my data that I pulled, and you can read all of this in my blog post, like only 17% of the episodes feature women. Like women are invited as speaker in popular Python podcast, 17%. That's let's round it up, 20%. Say so you would hear 4 episodes of men and then 1 episode of women. Why? Are there no women doing Python? Or are their stories not interesting enough? Or their opinions don't matter? Or what? Or this is just a fact. This is the accurate representation. The women in tech is only make up 17%. Okay. Last year, Microsoft announced this FOSS fund, where they sponsored 175 projects and individuals. I looked through the list. Mostly individuals, like maybe 150 individuals and 20 projects. And they receive free money from Microsoft between $1,000 up to $12,000. Like that's a lot of money. Like even the $1,000 that can cover childcare for a month. That's a lot of money. I love it. It's great. And I saw lots of Python projects, Python people like Pydantic, Coverage Py, Django, TypeShot. It's great. I went through the entire list, 175 names, clicked through GitHub profiles. I don't know, was there any women there? I thought I saw 1 or 2, but I just looked it up to prepare for this talk. I think there was none. So, what's the excuse? We don't rely on open source projects made by women? There is no women Or, oh, of course, we use software made by women, just maybe not important enough. You can't keep using the same excuses. And this is 2024, it's not 1970s, it's not 1980s, not 2000, 2024. For how long we're gonna keep blaming it on women? Let's talk about something else. Sharing this picture this is my son's chess competition. He doesn't like his pictures on the internet, so it's just two hands of two boys there's a chessboard, they're playing chess. So I noticed my son, Nicholas, is 12, he's interested in playing chess. He plays by himself, learns by himself, he plays against a bot on the computer. So when I heard about there's a chess competition happening, I thought, I signed him up, just let him meet other people, play with real people, because he tried asking me to play, but I'm very boring player. It's not challenging. I will lose in maybe 3 moves. I don't know. I just not the right opponent for him. Just thought that, you just trying to tell him that you get to play with real people. So we went to this competition, first time ever. When I came in, I was also felt intimidated. There's a lot of children there, all super passionate about chess. And when the game was about to start, we all entered the room, and I overheard another parent who's saying, let's talk to the coach first. A coach, wow, people are super serious about this. And here he is, just brand new player, just learning by himself, right? So anyway, okay, I told him just play, just have fun. It's just play with other people. So 30 minutes after he came out, and I thought, I don't know what to expect. Maybe I should start consoling him, But he come up and say, I won. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. He won 2 out of 5 rounds, so I thought that's very good for the first-time player with no experience. So I tried to encourage him, how about take up some more lessons or join a club? They have even online lessons these days. Just want to try to, channel his interest. But he was like, no, I just want to play as hobby. I don't want to learn anymore. Okay. A week later, got an email. They sent him this certificate. It's very cool. It has his name written in big letters. There's signature of important people. So I print it out, give it to him. This email even tells him to put it on your resume, share it on LinkedIn, super cool. Even I was excited. And I showed him, oh, you got a chess rating now. He's now a rated chess player. I don't know what does it mean, but this is the CFC rating, Chess Federation of Canada. He got a rating of 1100. I don't know the scale of it. Maybe it's just, the lowest rating possible, maybe. But it's a number, 1,000 is a big number for a 12-year-old. So he saw this, and it just motivates him. He felt happy. He went from being, I'm just playing for fun. I don't want to learn. I don't want to do anymore. He asked me to sign up for a second competition. Just this little thing, that feeling validated, getting recognition. So he's actually, 2 hours from now, he's doing a competition, his second chess competition. Now, My son is super special to me, but he's also very normal. Like, it's just very normal for people to feel like if they're new, if they feel unfamiliar with it, if they're different, if they don't know anybody, it's very normal to feel discouraged, to feel anxious. It's very normal, and let's not even talk about complicated stuff like playing chess. Try driving in a new city, in a rental car that you're not familiar. When I landed in Austin airport 2 nights ago, it's late at night, I got a rental car. I thought, I drove everywhere. I drove in Australia, even where people driving on the other side, that was okay. But here I felt nervous, because everybody's driving faster than me. I got honked a couple times because I was driving too slow. I was still adjusting to this new car, everything looks different. Where's the button for things? I couldn't figure out how to turn on the lights. How do I adjust the mirror? How does things work? So it was only 30 minutes, but I felt nervous. I felt like I'm a newbie driver. And then I arrived in the parking lot of the hotel. I couldn't figure out how to turn off the car. Where's the start button? It was already started when I get it. So now, how do I turn this car off? I had to look on the internet on my phone, where is the start button of, what car is this? Volvo C40. So I felt so stupid. I felt even stupider when I realized there was no start button. You're supposed to just walk and it will turn off by itself. What is this magic car? It's too stressful. No. So this morning, I took Uber. This, if something so simple like driving makes me feel anxious, try being new, being unfamiliar in the tech industry or in a high-profile open source project. But it could be easier if we found a community, if we have friends who would help us. It will make it just less scary. If you find people around you who could cheer you, nudge you in the right direction, bring you in, handhold you, creating and giving you opportunities to make you feel like you belong. Only then you could really flourish and advance in whatever it is you're doing. When you have community. And to me, the PyLadies community is where I found such support, and this is where I feel like I really find a sense of belonging. I found a community who understands me. And the PyLadies community, the mission is to help more women become active participants in the Python open source community. And in the recent years, there have been some new initiatives within the PyLadies community. For example, there is now an outstanding PyLadies Award where we give recognition to our community members for doing amazing things. The first recipients from last year is Maya Ishida from Japan, Jessica Green from Germany, and Abigail Dogby from Ghana. And this is an annual award that will be presented at PyCon US, so we will hear more about this, who will receive this next month. And another thing that comes from the PyLadies community is this PyLadiesCon is a global fully online conference for the global PyLadies community, 24 hours of experience, and we strive to make it free, accessible, and inclusive for everybody who wants to join, because we just want our community to just gather without having to worry about barriers, about traveling or paying for things. We just want people to come. Something new I'm really excited to share is that PyLadiesCon, we're starting our own open source project. We're developing an online conference management, basically try to actually have an app instead of working with spreadsheets, which is something we've been using for a couple years. Like, we realize spreadsheets not the right way to solve our things. So we're building this with Python and Django, open source, and it's being hosted on Cabotage, which is a PSF infrastructure. We're very happy to get their support from the PSF infrastructure team. It is the same infrastructure that powers PyPI. Check it out on the repo. I gave a talk about this to the Django space. So you can watch this YouTube video to learn more specifically about this project. And I signed this up as a GSOC project. Our first year ever, we received a lot of proposals. So it's very encouraging to see that people are interested in contributing. So if you're interested, you want to learn about it and want to contribute, check out the GitHub repo. And if you would like to further support PyLadiesCon so that we can continue our mission, you can scan this to donate to PyLadiesCon. By the way, I learned how to create this QR code with logo from PyTexas. I learned it from last year's PyTexas, so thank you, PyTexas. So PyLadies community is the community where I found this sense of belonging. But I know not everybody feels the same, so maybe they need different communities too. And what I feel really encouraging here in the Python community is just there are so many various communities serving their own members in different ways. I'm really such a big fan of the Django Node Space community, the Black Python devs, Django Girls Plus, and the Hidden Figures of Python podcast series. So check them out and support them too. So in order to foster this sense of belonging, it's really going to take the whole community to help to take small parts. Like, one person can do this, but collectively, if we all do some little things together, we can foster a sense of belonging to the rest of the community so that we can close that gap. Maybe instead of no women in that list of Microsoft FOSS funds, what can we do so that we have 1 or 2 or 10, I don't know, just not 0. And you're all here, you're part of the community too. You too have a role, you too can help. So I will leave you with a homework. Just think, what can you do and what will you do? For me, the community I feel I can help with is the PyLadies community. I can provide mentorship there, but I can't be everywhere. So maybe you can be somewhere else. Maybe you can mentor other people. You can support different communities. Just one person doing things is not gonna work, but everybody doing a little thing, maybe one day we don't even have to talk about this anymore. So that's your homework. Think about what you can do and what will you do. So thank you so much for giving me this time. Thank you, PyTexas.